Welcome to the Huddle Sports Network, where we're breaking boundaries and redefining podcasting. Broadcasting live on 6 different platforms, we're bringing you the latest in sports like never before. Imagine tuning into real-time discussions, expert analyses, and fan interactions all at your fingertips. Each platform offers a unique experience, whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. We're not just sharing stories, we're creating a community of passionate sports enthusiasts. Join us as we dive deep into the evolution of podcasting, where every episode is a chance to engage, debate, and celebrate the world of sports. This is where your voice matters and the game never stops. Welcome to the Huddle Sports Network, where we're breaking boundaries and redefining podcasting. Broadcasting live on 6 different platforms, we're bringing you the latest in sports like never before, where sports passion meets podcasting brilliance. I'm Mike, the Bear fan, and alongside Bill, the Packer fan, and our buddy Ken Catalone, we're bringing you an incredible lineup of 38 diverse podcasters. Each one brings their unique flavor to the table, covering everything from game analysis to behind-the-scenes stories. Imagine diving deep into the minds of experts who live and breathe football, sharing insights that you won't find anywhere else.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Ken and Rob in the morning for the week. And we got a special Lions guest today, B. Strilla. How you doing today, buddy?
Good. Game day. Let's go.
War week. Yeah,
820 can't get here soon enough.
Oh, you better believe it. I'm freaking chomping at the bit, too, to get on. So we might as well hurry up and dive. Oh, yeah. What's up there, JB?
What's up, JB?
Smoking what's up there, Dwayne? Chicken Nugget? Fred?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we might as well hurry up and dive into the rest of the pick'ems for the week, because we know once we get done with that, the whole rest of this show going to be Packers and Lions today.
There you go.
All right. Like in JB. All right, let me pull up the schedule of games if the NFL app decides it wants to load. You know, we'll get Rob back in a sec. We lost him. I hate how this freaking NFL app's been this year. There's been so many times I've gone to check scores of the games, and it just does nothing.
I got about 3 or 4 different apps, so I can pull it. Like, I go to the score. I usually just use the score for certain things, so most things, basically.
Well,
just pull that up.
I think you just gave me a new app to use.
Yeah, because that's really not – it doesn't put you through a bunch of bullshit like the NFL app does. Usually the only time I go on the NFL app is when I want to look for serious injury reports, because the NFL app usually is pretty good with that.
Yeah, that's what I like using, because we tried using, I think it was CBS Sports or Fox Sports one day, and let me tell you, that injury report for the inactives was so freaking wrong. There will be no way I ever use that shit again. All right, and now that we got Rob back.
Yeah, I was trying to invite John. All of a sudden, everything just full.
Yeah, I sent Dorn the link.
Oh, did you? Okay, I sent it to him too.
All right, we will start with Carolina at Philadelphia. Who do you guys got? And since B. Strill is the guest, we'll let him start off.
I don't know why you want me to start off with that one.
This was the first game.
This is a gimme. This is like a bye week. This is, man.
For Philadelphia,
Yeah.
I don't know, though. Carolina played Kansas City pretty tight.
I was going to say, I've got, the strange feeling that it's going to be possible for them to get a win. I'm not saying they're gonna by any means.
That's a stretch. I mean,
JB,
Kansas City.
I couldn't,
JB.
I couldn't let my homie face these guys alone.
That's all right, because you got John Dorn down there. He's another Green Bay fan, so we're still outnumbered.
What's up, fellas?
I
Everybody,
got
I miss
more.
all these people in the comments. Luca, good morning. Philip, good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Wayne, Jim, everybody, good morning. Fred, what's up? Fuck all you fucking Lions fans. It's we getting it on tonight, boys. Happy Thursday. What's up, Eric? Go Pack, go. I'm in the mood today. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, Rob's on like
Did
his
you-
fifth cup of coffee.
Did you see that latest report where they put the line next to Kenny Clark?
He's playing.
Yeah, he's playing.
He's playing.
According to what I heard, it's downgraded to questionable from playing.
Oh,
No, he's playing.
yeah. I was
I'm
gonna
just letting you
say-
know. I'm just letting you know what I heard. I'm not being a
He's
dick.
been on injury report the past 3 weeks with a toe injury.
I just, yeah, and that's the thing. That toe injury is the same thing that had Decker go in and out of the lineup at the beginning of
I
the
don't
season.
know. Actually, he's been playing pretty good the past couple weeks, though, I'll tell you the truth. Actually, he's
I get it.
it.
I get it, but if that flare up, because that's why Osiris Brown retired going into college out of football, is he actually had turf toe in high school, and he didn't know it. But the more cortisone shots you go, it deteriorates the knuckle.
Yeah.
So if he's already had 2 this season, and it's bothering him, he has to sit, because if they give him a third one in the same season, it can ruin the knuckle.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest.
Uh-huh.
I had shots on my ankle. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I was gonna say, thank
I'm
God.
not trying to be a jerk. I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just being warning on the medical side of things, because I studied this shit.
You're just hoping and
No,
praying.
I'm not even hoping. You don't
All right,
understand.
come on.
I am not that
We'll
guy.
get to the Lions game. We're going to get to that game. Don't worry. Let's go. Get back on. All right,
I've
Philly
been
over
hearing
Philly
about
over
the
Carolina.
Lions. Our injuries. We got 13 on IR.
Right.
All this. Oh my God! Give me a
All right.
fucking little
All right.
violin.
We got to
Jordan,
get to a pick 'em.
let's get through the pick'ems real quick, and then we'll get into war.
We'll get to the game. All right, Philly, Carolina, Philly all the way.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Is anybody picking Carolina?
Yep.
I'm
going
picking
for
them
an
to
upset.
cover. I'm picking them to
I'm going
cover.
for an upset.
Okay.
13.
Oh, we got an
I don't know
upset.
about that
Okay.
one.
He almost got
They're
the
gonna
Chiefs.
cover that 12 and a
He almost got
half.
the Chiefs.
The Chiefs are a better
Oh.
defense than the Eagles, and they put up 27 on the Chiefs.
I'm saying they might. I'm going for underdogs. You know me. I like the underdogs.
I know.
Mhm.
So I'll take them to cover, but I won't take them to win. How's that?
Yeah. I was gonna say I got the feeling that they could pull off the upset, but I'm still not picking them.
Yeah. It's like counting on the Bears. It's like
Hey,
counting on the Bears to beat
Yeah,
somebody.
by the way, the guys that are saying I'm being a nervous lion, you can ask Ken. I've never been a nervous lion all season.
Mhm.
I
He's
vote
been
for a
nervous
tie.
for the
Fuck
past
you,
20
Mike.
years.
Mike, vote for a tie.
All right. How about for Cleveland and Pittsburgh? What do you guys got? And we'll
Ooh,
start.
that's gonna be a good game.
Divisional game.
Bootscar.
I'm taking
I don't know.
the Steelers.
I think the Steelers are going to win, because you know what? The Browns are going to keep it close. Don't get me wrong. But I think the Steelers win, because in that division, we've seen it. Every time they face somebody, the home team wins.
All right. Who you taking, Dorn?
I'm taking the Steelers. I wasn't taking the Browns, but yeah, I don't like their quarterback, man.
I mean, look, Jameis has got a connection with Judy. There's no doubt about that. Those guys got something going on, but it ain't enough, and it's too little too late. I mean, Cleveland's, their last hurrah's over.
B. Strilla, who you taking?
I'm definitely taking Pittsburgh, because they're probably pissed off at the fact that they lost to Cleveland the last time. So they ain't playing that this time, not in Pittsburgh. So
Pittsburgh's
Yeah.
playing good right now.
Yeah, I'm taking Pittsburgh too. Man. All right. The next game, the New York Jets versus the Miami Dolphins.
That's gonna be a tie, 3-3.
Miami by 14.
Yeah, I say Miami
Damn.
wins. Miami wins. I don't know by 14, but they definitely win.
The Jets are
No.
awful. They had a good game that they just lost, and the next
Didn't they
game
bench
they score
Rodgers?
like 6 points.
Didn't they bench Rodgers?
I don't know if they benched
Or is that
Rodgers.
just
They
for the game? Or is that
that
just for
was
the
ju-
game?
It was just for the game, because
Okay.
he was stuck in.
Because he lost it after having a 21-point lead. He lost it.
Yeah,
Well, he didn't lose it. He just didn't do nothing else.
he got
Now,
up
is this
21
gonna be in
points in
cold
the
weather
first
or is
half,
this
and
gonna
then
be
said,
in
"Okay,
the
I'm done."
All the Jets are in their life choice moments right now.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to tell you now. You can ask everybody that's been in the chats with me. I have not been mean and hateful. I have said good luck, Packer fans. I hope for a great game. And that's all I've said. I haven't been mean. I've actually given an honest prediction in my review. I went both ways. I do it that way because I'd rather be considered a journalist than an editorialist.
All right, now, how about for the Kirk Cousins revenge game? Who are we taking, John Dorn?
Oh,
Want to say Kirk Cousins, but I think the Vikings got this one.
Yeah.
All right, B. Strilla,
Yeah, Vikings got this one.
JB.
It's 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock is the new Kirk primetime Cousins. He absolutely sucks at 1 o'clock. He can't win a game at 1 o'clock, and in primetime, he shows the fuck out. So they're losing this game by 10.
How many picks will you throw this week?
I think 3,
3?
because their secondary is not as good as the last one they picked. Am I wrong?
Yeah,
Am I wrong?
I want Minnesota to lose, but I don't think he's going to choke. He's going to been doing what he's do Kirk Cousin things all year. He fucking sucks.
All right, well, I'm going to be the one guy that goes out on the limb here, and I'm going to say this is going to be Kirk Cousins' best game of the year. He's going to be all pissy
You think so?
that Minnesota didn't give him another big contract, and for one game, he's going to look like a real quarterback.
So in other words,
I
you're
hope
saying he
so.
throws no picks, but all the wide receivers and tight ends get allergic to the end zone again, and they still lose.
That sounds good to me. We'll love to see it.
Come on, that's funny. I don't care what you think. That's funny.
All right, we got another amazing game that's going to be coming up that I don't know how anybody's going to be able to pick the winner of this. New Orleans versus the Giants. Who you got, Rob?
I'm taking the Saints.
JB.
Ain't even close. Ain't
Hey,
even.
I don't even have to think about it.
I
You
know.
either got Drew Lock or you got Tommy DeVito with the guy that looks like he's a mafia agent for his agent.
Hey, you leave
they
my
can't
cousin
win.
alone.
I don't care if he's your cousin. He still can't play.
But it makes a hell of a red sauce.
There you go.
Ah, mamma mia.
I'll come over for dinner, but I don't like watching him playing football. How's that?
All right, there, Bistrilla. Who you taking?
I got the Aints.
Yeah. All right, John Dorn.
Sam Ants.
Yeah, I'm going Saints too. I
See?
like looking at the Giants and all occasionally, and I absolutely love me some freaking DeVito. But yeah, the Giants are in full tank.
Now, this game might be that 3-3 tie.
Yeah.
It might be a 3-3 tie.
Yeah, it could be. That really, truly could be a 3-3 tie.
Oh my god! All right, how about Las Vegas versus Tampa? Who do you got, Dorn?
Vegas.
Really?
I think they're starting to turn it up. Yep.
What? Joe will be very unhappy hearing you say that because he wants the draft pick. They don't want to lose that number 1 pick. They want a quarterback.
All right, there, B. Strilla.
I got Tampon Bay.
Yeah, I think
JB.
I'll tell you what. The Raiders can't win this game because they want an early pick. Tampon Bay walks away.
All right, there, Rob. Who you got?
I'm taking Tampa too. They got too much.
Yeah, the Raiders are going to continue their season of tanking for Joe, so they can go out and get themselves a real quarterback next year. Tampa Bay wins it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Bucks might win the NFC South because if they win this week and Minnesota loses, they're tied for first.
Oh shit! So they need Minnesota. Whoa.
Yeah,
All right,
they
we've
need
got
Minnesota to win.
the return of the Mac in Jacksonville versus the Tennessee Titans. Who are you taking, Rob?
Not the Titans.
Amen, Rob.
I
Finally,
just can't
somebody
take the
gets
Titans,
it.
bro. I just
The
can't
Titans-
take the
The
Titans.
Titans have not won a game at home yet. Jacksonville
Yeah,
will make sure
I
that
just
trend
I
continues.
can't do it. I'm sorry. Not
Well-
the Titans.
We got
Whoever it
JB
is, not the Titans.
All right, there, B. Stroller. Where are you going with this one?
I can't take Jacksonville. Jacksonville's horrendous. I'm gonna take the titties.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey,
Taking them.
we're not at the titty bar. Your Google map didn't take over your Tesla. Stop.
Aw.
Hey, is Lawrence out of protocol? Is he? I mean, does anybody know
No.
if he's?
No.
Lawrence,
He's not playing for the. He's shut down.
He
He's
went
shut
on the
down.
IR for the concussion, but because he's on IR, he's taken this time to fix the non-throwing shoulder, and he's
Oh,
having
so
surgery,
he's
so he's
just-
out for the year.
He's like they're checked out for the season, so he's gonna put himself on the shelf. I get it. That's good.
Yep, and that's smart
Yeah,
on
he's an
his
athlete.
part. Get it taken care of now, so
Yeah.
you're healed up before the season starts.
He's got to justify getting that money, so he better come back healthy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there, Dorn. Who you taking?
Jags.
Hey, I've come on every show that I do, whether the Lions win or lose. Why would
He
I
said
avoid
titties.
this show?
He did.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say JB's good about that. I'll give him that. Well, I'm actually gonna go with Tennessee on this one. I'm
Taking
gonna say,
titties too, huh?
yeah, you always go for titties.
Going for the man move.
Now,
He's a titty man.
Just had to go there.
I was gonna say, Rob, you should know this by now.
I know, bro. I'm just. He said titties. I still love it. He did. He said titties.
I like titties.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna say that Tennessee wins, but they don't score a single offensive point. It's all going to be defense, special
All
teams against
defense.
them.
Jason Bosco, we shouldn't be asking that because every time somebody
He's on
does,
vacation,
pops into
Jason.
his show.
Back row, that's what we're gonna do.
Bro,
Hell
since his
yeah.
Sunday meltdown, if you missed his Sunday meltdown, he hasn't been on a show since. Sunday.
I don't think
Oh,
it'd be like that. Go Pack, go. But
All I know is
Wishful
I was
thinking.
right to put him in his place.
Yeah.
All right,
he's on vacation.
we now got Seattle at Arizona. Who you taking, Dorn?
Ooh, this is a tough one right here. This is probably the game. This one here, I think, was the toughest.
This
pick
might
of
be
the
one
week.
of the
Seattle.
games this week. I think our game
I'm
is
going
one.
Seattle.
I think this game is one.
You're going Seattle there, Dorn?
Yeah.
All right, there, B. Strilla.
I'm gonna take the Keebler Elf.
Are they at home or who's at home?
Keebler
Arizona.
Elf's at home.
Keebler
Okay,
Elves
yeah.
are at home.
That's what I thought. Yeah,
All
that's
right,
the other.
JB.
I'm going to play the music for you, and you tell me what the pick is.
Oh,
Keebler Elf.
it's Arizona.
Is that your theme music there, Ken, for your quarterback?
Yeah.
That's
that
the theme
pumps you
music
up
for the
On
Keebler
Sunday
Elves.
morning, you listen to that. I love it, man. Yeah, no, I'm taking the Keebler Elf. I'm on his page this week.
It's Christmas. Elf's
It's Christmas.
Christmas.
Hey, there you
That's
go.
It's a divisional game, and the only team to not win on the road in that, or win at home in that division so far is the Rams and the
Ooh.
49ers. Arizona and Seattle have been winning their home games, except when Seattle played the Giants. You know, they
Yeah,
played
yeah.
Elf on the shelf.
today. I love it.
Everybody knows I'm going with Kyler Murray.
Yes.
All right. Buffalo at the Los Angeles Rams. Who you taking there, Rob?
I'm taking Buffalo. Buffalo's playing good ball right now. I mean, he looks like MVP candidate. I mean, come on, bro. I mean, they're playing good. I'm all
JB?
about Buffalo.
I'm all about the current number one in MVP, Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
Plus, don't forget, Matt Stafford is dealing with a minor ankle sprain, and it's on his plant foot, which will affect his passing.
Oh, absolutely. Who you taking there, B. Strilla?
Stafford is a tough guy. I'm not even worried about his plant foot. That dude will play through a broken backbone if he has to. But I'm still taking the Bisons.
All right, there, Dorn. Who you got in this one?
I got the Bills on this one.
Yep, I'm taking the Bills too. I don't even think Josh Allen has the Superman cape on. I think that sumbitch has been sewn right into his flesh for this year.
Yeah, he's got that
James
S on
Cook time.
his chest, bro.
It's James Cook time.
Yeah,
Oh,
Changed
yeah.
the game.
Yeah, he's
I don't think Jocelyn didn't have to do anything in his game.
yeah,
I think
he's
it's James
having a
big
great
time.
year. He's having a great year. You're right about
Yeah.
that.
All right, now we got Chicago at San Francisco, and who better to start it off than John Dorn?
I can't give it to the Bears. 49ers all the way, man.
Bistrilla.
If you think I'm picking Chicago, and I said Chicago, it ain't happening, bud. Nope, not happening. The
JB.
Winer Niners.
I'm going to do an interesting factoid right here. Interim head coaches are 26-9, but you're talking about guys that were actual coordinators and promoted, not an interim coordinator that's promoted to be an interim head coach. Let's make it 26-10. San Francisco wins outright.
All right, there, Rob. Who you taking?
Man, the Bears are, what is it, 6 in a row losing? This is 6 in a row. This is working on 7. Man, the 49ers just, man, I just don't know. This was a tough one too for me.
I
But
do have another one for you before you make your prediction, Rob. Garendo, the last time he sat for 3 games and then started because of injury, he went for 150 yards and 3 touchdowns, and the Bears can't stop a cold in the run game.
I know, yeah, that was the other thing because they got a new run, they got a fresh running back, who's. Yeah, I'm going to take the 49ers. The Bears. I don't see the Bears getting this one either. I'm sorry, man. It's in San Fran. I mean, they still got some weapons. They still got a defense. So, all right, I'm going to go San Fran. Fuck you, Bears. Fuck you, Bears.
Fuck 'em!
Bears still suck.
I'm bucking the trend. I'm bucking the trend here, and I'm going to say right now, San Francisco's a worse dumpster fire than Chicago.
Wow.
I
That's saying a lot.
I say Caleb's going to go out the game in the first quarter because Bosa chips his fingernails and he has to redo the ballot.
I think
How many other
Bears
ways
and
is there for
Packers
the Bears
fans
to lose?
like those painted fingernails. That's why he's picking the Bears.
How many other ways? How many other ways can you lose? Let's think about this because this is.
Okay, they've had the
there's
blocked
good money in
field
this
goal.
bet.
They've had the last second field goal in overtime. They had the no timeout. I think the next one
Pick
is
6.
Caleb finally throws his pick six.
Yep.
This is one of those games. I don't really care what the outcome is. I just got a feeling that everybody is going to actually rally around now that Flus isn't there, and it's going to have more to do with Flus is out of the building is why they win the game.
Well, I'm not saying the Bears can't win. I just don't expect it because they're on the road. If they were at home, I'd be picking the Bears. They're in San Francisco.
Nah, I'm not picking the Bears even if they're
No,
at home.
I would. I would, just to give them their fifth win of the season and make it a feel-good story.
The Bears might finally win a road game now that they got rid of Eberflus, who can't win a damn road game. All right.
Oh, there we go, Moonscar. I like that one. It comes down to a last-second play in the Bears get their call of red option and call food. That's great. That's a comment of the day right there.
All right, we got Chargers at Chiefs. Who you taking there, Dorn?
Chargers at Chiefs. I'm going with Chargers. Tell you the truth, I like the Chargers in this one.
Bistrilla?
Bolt up, baby. Bolt up.
JB?
I think the Chargers can win, but I wouldn't be surprised if they cover the spread but lose because of a last-second field goal and get beat by 2.
You know what, JB? I'm going to echo that same exact thing. I think Chief Frogthroat spends the night with the refs again, and they end up winning.
Oh.
I mean, there might be a reason why he's called Chief Frogthroat, and it ain't because he talks like Kermit.
No, it's because he took over where Aaron Rodgers left off after he left the Packers.
Oh, yeah. We've seen the refs.
You've seen the memes. You've seen the memes. You know what I'm talking about. Where he's standing there with Cleve Plate, and he goes, "You guys keep moving that stick, and I'll keep sucking York."
Oh, I I see that Motown Miracle still has a bit of burn for some of the Lions guys against Rogers.
Why not? Hey, gotta have the fun when you can.
Oh yeah,
It's all fun and games until somebody cheats.
but Brady retired.
Well, that's one down. There's one
Rogers
to
is
go.
about to retire, so there you go. Two
Hey,
of them.
Then
Rogers
then
did not cheat. You can't show a single instance of him cheating. The son of a bitch might be crazy,
Not him,
not a cheater.
but you know, the refs helped him out.
every time
And the
the
refs
NFL,
also
wait,
screwed him
here's the
quite a
thing.
bit too.
Every time the NFL picks a golden boy, and there's one in each conference every year, that team gets every single fucking call that goes that way.
Oh,
So you're saying the Lions got it this year, right?
We haven't been getting calls all our way because otherwise JMO wouldn't have got called for throwing that in Stevenson's face when he tripped him and tried to hit him. Come on now, that almost cost us the game.
It's always the retaliation that gets it.
Well, sometimes obvious calls got to be made. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those are obvious calls.
And
Little bullshitting ass calls, like hitting the quarterback and he really didn't hit him. Those are calls that
And we had that pass interference that put them in field goal range. They still don't take a fucking timeout or take the field goal to tie. And then dumbass grabs Aleem McNeil under his face mask and rips his helmet off. That moves them back. They're still in field goal range. Oh, let's not kick it. And they take a sack to move them out of field goal range and then never get the ball off in time before time runs out on the last play. It's just stupid.
I couldn't believe how that game freaking ended.
I think a lot of Bear fans are like, "What the hell?"
It wasn't guaranteed. It wasn't guaranteed. Whoever who's kicking for them?
Jairo Sanchez, he kicked that ball so low his own O-line can block it.
He who knows no chance he's going to kick that. This is a 58-yard field goal at that point. So I wasn't confident in him kicking that. So I don't know what everybody's talking about. They would have won if they would have called a timeout.
I was honestly expecting that game to end with a Santos block. You're the only team in the division that didn't block their kick.
Because they didn't attempt any.
Right. Timeout one. The non-calling the timeout one over the kick. That's what that was.
Yeah, that's what that was.
That was our 3 points.
There's an interesting picture in this show. Have you guys seen it lately? There's only one overlay I see. It's that one.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry.
I know
there'll be another one added in there.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Oh,
great.
great! Don't you get another bet, something like that?
Yeah, that we do. We've got a wonderful bet going on
For this game.
Yep, for this game.
Yep, we bet at the last game.
Yeah, whoever loses is going to have the backdrop of the other person's choice. And on top of it, you're getting a truffle shuffle.
Sorry about that, JB. We'll see that tomorrow.
Well, you never know. You might be seeing him with a picture tomorrow.
I
But
don't
hey,
know
my
about
bet was, though, because my computer isn't good enough to handle that, even using a camera, so I will at least put whatever Packers logo picture he comes up with as the logo in the corner of the show for the entire show next Wednesday, just like he said he'll do the background of us if we win for the entire show next Wednesday. That's the bet.
Well, you're getting out pretty easy then, putting a little logo on your side.
I
think you should wear a Packer hat or something.
I can't afford to buy that shit. Why am I going to buy something I'll burn the next day?
Yeah. Somebody had suggested that, and there ain't no way, even if we lost, I'm buying a fucking anything Alliance.
I'm not wasting my good money. Now, if it was a money bet, that's different.
Yep.
That's different.
You ever tried burning a real jersey? They don't burn for shit.
Yeah, the jerseys don't burn with shit unless they're in a bonfire.
Yep.
You gotta have a pretty hot fire, man, actually.
Yeah, it has to be a good, big, hot bonfire. You got to actually see blue in the flame.
Yeah.
It'd be a different thing, if JB and I lived near each other, then we could
let them hear the music, because that's part of the bet too. During the Wednesday show, we got to do the truffle shuffle to this.
Feels like I'm in an elevator or something.
That's porn music.
Hey, you can see JB's one hair go.
What one hair? What one hair? There is another hair.
You accidentally shaved it off.
You saying Homer Simpson's got you beat on hair?
Don't.
That don't even bother me.
All right. Well, since you popped up, Isaac, and Rob hadn't made it back, who you taking in Chiefs versus Chargers?
Chiefs. Yeah.
Chiefs. Hey, and Rob's back.
I'm back. Sorry, guys.
Oh, you're good.
Santa.
Hey, look, it's Satan Claus again.
All right. Who you taking in Chargers versus Chiefs there, Rob?
Man, good game going here. Where they at?
Chiefs.
They're in Chiefs. Wow. Can the Chiefs be upset at home? That's the question. Is this the team to do it? Probably not. So Chiefs.
All right. Bengals versus Cowboys. Who you taking there, Rob?
Ooh. Where's it at, Cowboys?
Yep.
Dallas?
Oh. Well, they only beat bad teams at home.
Yeah,
that
but they lose a
Bengals
lot at home,
offense-
so I'm going to take the Bengals.
The Bengals offense, because I know it's my turn. They're averaging 38 points a game, while Dallas averages 17. Give me the Bengals.
B. Strula.
I'll take the Bungles.
John Dorn.
Bengals.
Isaac.
You know, this is a tough game because the Cowboys defense has been playing really good lately. But
Eh,
One game.
that's all it takes.
Yeah.
Bengals.
Well, actually, they beat the Commanders, so it's 2 games, right? Because then they
But that
won
was
the
on the
last game
road.
at home.
the Commanders was on the road.
The Commanders are a really good team. So I already
Yeah,
said
but
Bengals.
Most of their wins are on the road. They've only got one win at home, and that was versus a very bad Giants team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say Bengals.
Yeah. Cincinnati puts up great stats, puts up some good points, but always finds a way to freaking lose somehow. But even with all that being said, I still don't believe anything in the Cowboys or Mike McCarthy. I'm going with Cincinnati.
Speaking of the Bengals or the Bungles, it's called Joe Burrow bought a $2.9 million tumbler,
Batmobile?
Batman tumbler. You know what I mean?
Seen that.
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
looking for the full bat suit. So he said if he gets the full bat suit, he's going to show up in every game as Batman.
But you know, the problem with the Bungles defense is I don't even think they could stop an imaginary team like Bishop Sycamore.
You know why the Bengals defense is bad?
They let everybody
there's a
go
bunch
because
of-
they signed a bunch of high-priced
No,
players.
there's a bunch of Michigan players playing in Ohio. That's why.
Hey, Trey Hendrickson, though, he leads the league in sacks. He's helping.
He's the only good guy on that roster.
Yep.
Oh, and now for the game that everybody's been chopping at the bit and waiting for, and the whole reason why everybody's here today. We got the almighty Green Bay Packers versus the lowly Detroit Lions.
But wait, Ken, we got to talk for 40 minutes before we get to that game.
Oh.
That's only if you're dodging
What?
it. We don't
What?
dodge around here.
What you mean, like when Ken Dodge talking about Chicago versus Detroit?
Yeah, but
Jesus Christ!
You guys got what I was stepping in.
Yeah.
if you don't have situational awareness, you might not be allowed to be in here.
It's all Caleb's fault, damn it.
Oh, all right.
Taking
Now-
my pot shots when I can.
Yeah, we might as well hurry up and get the predictions out of the way because we know with all these Packer fans and some Lions fans, we're gonna get a decent amount of shit talking tonight, or well, this morning too.
Well, I say we go around and let everybody say their prediction and why you think it's going to be like that. I mean, John Dorn, you want to kick it off? Because I know you got a lot to say about the Lions.
Lions just suck. They're fool goes Lions. Packers win by 500.
That's
Right.
See, let's get those takes out of the
That's
way
a
right up.
yeah.
That's a Jeopardy cost.
Oh,
No, I
That's
got the
Paul
Packers
Merklich.
winning.
that
I
that
think-
would go at 500. That's Paul Merklich style.
I think we're
That's
actually
Madden when
starting
you're
to
playing
peak
it.
at the right time. We're starting to play good. The Lions haven't really been playing good. Even their offense hasn't really been playing all that great.
Comparatively, you mean to how they've been playing?
Yeah. I mean, they've been
Because they
playing
put up
down
some
to their pretty much
50-point games,
playing
bro.
down
That's-
to their player. I mean, against like a Chicago, they don't look all that good. Even when they played the first time, they weren't really that good. To tell you the truth, we stumbled on ourselves. I don't care what anybody says. That first game, but I don't, even if they even had a healthy defense, I still think Love will pick that apart just like last time. Love will pick that defense apart, and especially now with all these injuries,
Our
Dale's gonna
secondary
run
is
it right down their
completely
throat.
healthy. Our secondary
They
is
don't-
completely
they
healthy.
don't got no pass rush. They don't got shit for on that defense. Even they're
No
healthy.
pass rush. Wait. We had
First
4
of all,
sacks in
We
that
got
last drive.
some kind of something because we're 12 and
Yeah, against
11
the
and
fucking
fucking
Hold
Bears.
on, you guys. Let him get
We're
his
11
take.
to
You
1.
guys will get your chance.
There's
Come
the
on,
Bears.
let him
I
get
just
his
hate
take.
that.
We're 11
I
and
hate
1.
the. I
Give
hate
him this
that
minute. Give him this
casual
minute.
take.
Go on, John.
You
Finish
guys
up.
are the Fools Go Lions. You guys haven't really. You guys played who? Who do you guys fucking play? Just like us. We didn't
You?
play anybody.
Y'all
We
Yeah,
played you.
and
played us.
Minnesota. What
Yeah,
else you
with
got?
the injured fucking
And
players
Chicago.
too. With the injured
Oh,
players.
now injured players matter.
And
Listen,
we beat
Isaac, he's
ourselves.
talking about
You
it.
didn't beat us.
He's
Your
crying
defense
about it.
didn't do shit. You couldn't stop us
John,
when you're healthy.
you just need to stop,
couldn't
dude.
stop
You're
them.
going to make yourself
Every
look
time we
foolish.
got in the red
I don't
zone,
want you to make you look
we
foolish
did
in
to
front of all these
ourselves.
Packer
Your
fans
defense
in here.
didn't do it.
Stop looking foolish, dude. Anyway,
All right. Who's
Everybody
next?
knows
All
what's
right,
going on.
who's next? What do you guys want to
Packers
go
will
with? You?
steamroll the
Yeah,
Lions.
yeah.
It's not even going to be close. I'm thinking
All right,
34
okay.
to probably 17.
keep that same energy when they don't. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. No, you won't. You'll be hiding. Just like
I won't
fucking.
be
You
hiding.
You'll be hiding. I'll never
guys
hide.
haven't been
Yeah,
offense.
I was gonna say,
I'm not going to hide behind injuries like you are. So
Everybody
What?
that's here will
I'm
be
not going
here
to hide
tomorrow.
behind injuries like you just did. So whatever.
Everybody that's here today will be here tomorrow.
oh yeah.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get that popcorn.
Let's do it.
yeah. I probably should have played the popcorn ad before we started this to give everybody time to get it ready. All right.
T.O. to get some
All
popcorn.
right. Now we'll bounce around a bit. We'll go B Strilla next, and then we'll go Isaac.
So, of course, you know I'm not going to pick Green Bay.
Oh.
But at the same time, it's going to be a good-ass game. I mean, both these teams got something to play for. I mean, you know, if Detroit beats Green Bay, they're basically closing out the division. If Green Bay wins, you know, that's going to be all the world for Green Bay, too. That means they're going to be creeping up closer to getting that a division title themselves. And, you know, the last time I think Green Bay wanted to get that taste out of your mouth, because I don't give a damn what you say, John. Green Bay didn't come to play that game. They really did.
No.
No, they
Detroit
did.
was the
That's what
better
I'm saying. They
team,
shot
the better
themselves in the
prepared
foot.
team.
As I said,
Detroit
they shot
they
themselves in the
hit
foot.
themselves in the foot. Detroit had something to do with a lot of
Hey,
that,
Redwood,
too.
how many fucking times we shot ourselves in the foot, you fucking moron?
Hey,
We beat
hey,
ourselves.
All right, no, hey.
No, you
Come on.
didn't.
Come
The
on.
Lions
Ken-
showed up and
Ken
beat your
Dobie.
ass.
You didn't
Be
do
the Packer
shit.
fan.
It did.
I know,
it
don't-
did-
Your
don't
offense
do
went
that,
for
Johnny.
17 fucking points. That's it.
So what? It was in
Just
the
make it-
rain.
Be lucky to make
Who
fucking
cares?
10.
You threw a pick six. That's a
Yeah, that's the
mistake.
only reason why you fucking did.
That's because the Lions put that shit in their face. Don't get out of here,
It
John.
was if we
Get outta
didn't play
here.
mistake-free ball, we would have had a chance. I agree.
Oh, yeah. We definitely
Yeah.
would have.
All right, there,
But
Isaac.
you didn't. So whatever. Anyway, I
Oh,
got the Lions
yeah.
winning 38-35. It's going to be a high-scoring game because no matter whatever these
You
games
ain't
are.
scoring no 30-something fucking points in our defense. Get the fuck out of here.
Well,
Okay, whatever.
chill,
Anyway.
chill, John. I'll let them get their takes, John. Come on, man.
38-35. I think Bailey.
Me and the fucking
Bates is
Jags or
gonna kick.
Cowboys.
Look, we're
Come
gonna
on there,
circle
boy.
back. You
Bates
can
is
talk
going to
shit.
kick a
Let's just
field
get through
goal
it.
like with the 1 minute left. Like
We're
I
gonna
said,
squash
though,
you like
I mean,
last
either
Thanksgiving,
way it
boy.
could go because these teams are just, you know, they're both hungry for the same thing. So,
Yep.
I mean,
They both need
it's going to be a barnstorming game right there. I don't think it's going to be blowout by either side. Either side ain't going to have no blowouts. It's just not going to happen. I think the 3.5 favorites that they got by Lions is just about right. Like I said, it can go either way.
Yeah,
So
I agree. I
All right,
agree.
where are you going with this one, Isaac?
Fools go live. Fuck them. No, I'm just kidding. Nah, it's gonna be a good game. You know, is this Lions are kind of banged up right now, and you know, Caleb coming back on them right there. You know, it just the momentum is basically more favored towards Green Bay right now because Green Bay's been playing really hot right now. You know, just going through the. I mean, I know the Niners are banged up, but we just destroyed the Niners. The Niners are still the Niners, no matter if they're banged up or not. You know, Dolphins. There's no excuse there. Dolphins is simply weren't ready to play. We just destroyed them on our field. I think like right now, you know, Green Bay typically flips the switch on the second half, and they're just like they did last year. They're doing it this year. You know, so Love is pretty healthy. I mean, it's. I agree with you guys' takes. It's going to be a really close game. I think Green Bay pulls it out. My score prediction is going to be like 28. I'd say 28-25.
Okay, JB.
I always do my predictions pregame on and if everything goes right and if everything goes wrong. I do both directions because I'm not a homer when it comes to this. If everything goes right, Detroit wins 24-17. If everything goes wrong, Packers win 21-17. That's my thing because neither team has hit the over in the last meeting since week 18 of 2022 was the last time we hit the over in points against each other. So that being said, neither team has scored 30 cents.
Stop
It's
it,
gonna
Brad.
be a
Come
close
on,
game.
man. You guys in the comments kill me.
Yeah, both teams are
We
banged
played
up.
the Lions, so you guys aren't nothing. You guys aren't a solid team. We played the fucking Vikings, another solid team. Stop it, man. We played some
Our
solid
three
teams.
losses are against teams that are actually good. Like the Lions are good. I'm not saying you guys ain't good, man. You
We're
guys
not
right now, you guys
saying
are better.
that.
Oh, yes, you
We
did.
gotta prove ourselves. We gotta prove ourselves. This game is like we gotta see where we're at. If we can beat you guys, then we're contenders. If we don't beat you guys, then we gotta look at ourselves in the mirror and say, okay.
John has gone on
Yeah.
record on our show to say that he sees us going in the right direction, but he still wants to see us beat you guys. If
We
can
gotta
beat
get over
you
the hump
guys,
and beat
then
you
he's going
guys.
to open his
We
mouth.
gotta
You
get over the hump
Yeah.
and beating you guys.
guys are
That
never
will
going
show
to hear the
me
end of it.
that
You could tell somebody in the audience is a casual. Like Texans are not a good team. All of a sudden, they're not a good team just because Green Bay beat them. They're not a good team.
Oh, I never said it.
I don't know. I'm saying
Well, I know,
the
I'm just
person
saying.
in the
I know,
comments. I'm
but,
not saying
but
you're
we
you.
got
talking-
told that
Yeah.
we didn't beat any good teams and we beat the Texans
I said
too.
both teams did.
Yeah,
early.
no, we
Okay.
all
No,
did.
no, JB. I'm not saying anything
Right,
against you.
right,
I'm
I'm
saying
just
the
saying,
person
but
in the comments.
He literally said we haven't beaten a good team. So when we beat the Packers, you weren't a good team. Got it.
We weren't. We weren't.
Yeah, you
Well,
know,
Mike,
I
I
actually
was talking
kinda
about
gotta
the
agree
comments.
with that, Jake.
Two different
I was
quarterbacks
talking
at
about
that
Brent's
time.
comment saying Green Bay hasn't played a solid team. We've played plenty of solid teams, man. We've lost
Yeah.
to some solid teams too. So, I
Yeah.
mean, to say that we haven't played a solid team is crazy. We're playing
Right.
good ball right now. You're going to get our best ball. We're playing good
And,
ball.
and
Dude,
we're
we
going
lost
to
by-
give you the best game we can. That's
But if
all,
you
all
notice
I'm
with the
saying.
Lions, like they play the Jags or something like that, they score up the points. When they start playing a better team, they don't score as much.
So,
They're
but
still-
here,
they're
wait,
still
wait.
effective, but
Wait.
But they're not scoring as many.
What have the Lions lost to historically over the last 4 seasons? The teams like the Jags, the teams like the Panthers, the teams like those. We lose to them bad. You know what we said after we lost in the NFC Championship game? Fuck all your goddamn teams. Fuck your goddamn trap games. We're going to run it up against those bad motherfuckers and not give them a chance. And when we play the good teams, we're going to play them good and head to head. That's what we're doing.
No one's saying you're not. I'm not saying you're
I
not
know.
anyway.
I'm just trying to say, this is not the same old Lions. This is not the fool's gold Lions that John Dorn is used to.
You
This
get
is a
so
different-
triggered over
this
that.
is a-
It's
This is a
unreal.
different
Let's-
team.
You're on the same old
I-
lines. What have you guys
100%
done?
agree with you.
All right.
Until you win
Let's
the
move
Super
on.
Bowl, you're the same old fucking Lions.
All right. Let's move on the takes.
Yeah,
I think
it-
it's Rob's
Lions.
turn.
Yeah,
I think
Okay.
it's Rob's
Old
turn to make
Lions.
his
That-
prediction.
that's just a horrendous take, John.
Yeah.
It
Not
ain't.
yet.
That's why you need
So
to stop.
last year, I'll never call them fool's gold Lions if they come in Lambeau
Oh,
and
you're
beat us.
still crying about that?
Wait, I'm gonna get it. Wait, I'm gonna go. Wait, and then you moved the goalpost again. And said,
All you guys
okay,
fans do is cry
have
about shit.
back-to-back
Oh, we
10-win
got
season.
18
All right,
fucking
all
people
right,
right
all right.
there.
Come on, come on, come on.
Right.
All right,
you
come
say
on.
both
All
of
right.
you Lion fans.
Anyway,
How many
listen,
injuries you
Rob's
got?
turn.
Already making excuses up.
All right, all
Look,
right.
look,
It's Rob's turn.
this is going to be a good game, man. This is the game of the week. I don't care. Game of the season. For us, look, we have to win this. If we want a shot at taking the title, I mean, we don't have to win it for making the playoffs. I think
You
we're
guys
in the
are already
playoffs.
fucking
But
talking Super
I want to
Bowl
win the
already.
division, and if we don't beat
Yeah,
them
5
right
more
now,
games left,
we
dude.
don't win the division. We
Yep.
have to. We
You got
have
5
to take
more
a shot.
games
We
there,
have to
Lion
beat the
fans.
Lions
Don't
this
fuck
time.
it up.
John, let me talk. We're playing the
Hey,
Lions.
Gandovi.
Seriously, bro. We let you talk, have your speak. Let me just finish my take, man.
Go ahead.
I think we're going to beat the Lions. We have to. If we're going to take the division, we have to beat them now. We're running out of games. We can't expect them to collapse and completely lose it. It's not going to happen. So I say it's a close game, 24-21. It's going to come down to a field goal, but we're going to win this in their house. 100%.
All right.
I got $50 on J, wherever JI is.
Yep.
I got $50.
J.I. is at a convention with his wife and baby in Las Vegas, so the time change makes it so he's not available for the morning shows and stuff because he has to be at the booth for his business. So that being said, I appreciate the fact that he got back with me, let me know that, yes, he did make the bet back with Rob for the $50 straight up, just like I immediately, as soon as he tried to call me out, said, hell yeah, we'll do that same bet again. And then we added the truffle shuffle.
Yeah. All right. Now for my prediction of this game. I got a feeling that
We're not going to tie. No, we're not tying. Nope, not happening. We're not tying.
There's no tie in this
No,
game.
that this is going to be the Josh Jacobs game of the freaking year. He is going to take over this game, and he's going to be the first running back to put 100 yards on the ground against you, and not just all-purpose yards. And this will be a very close game because both teams are obviously playoff teams. They're both playing really good ball right now. Green Bay's starting to get hot. And then the major thing that nobody has brought up, the reason why we're going to win is since it is Toyota-thon now, Jordan Love is on fire. I'm going to say my prediction is going to be 28-21. Green Bay wins it. But I will preface it by saying I think whoever wins by a touchdown.
What if we did tie?
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
the
God, I
crazy thing.
puke. I
That'd be
freaking
terrible.
puke.
We would be out of our
Wait.
fucking minds.
We would all be out of our minds, but at
We'd
the
be
same
out of our-
time, we would turn around and look at each other and say, good game.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
That's all you
You
can
know
do.
what I'm saying?
I mean,
There's
either way,
a difference.
win or loss,
All
tie.
you guys
it's all
here,
gonna be
you know, John was the only one giving any homer takes. Come on now.
Not
You were
really.
doing it homer wise.
Yeah,
But anyway,
we're gonna say
all
John,
of us-
John was
All
having
of us
some fun.
pretty much gave a realistic, it's going to be a great game type of score.
Yeah.
You want my real prediction and everything
Yes.
else?
Yes.
I think we need this game to prove ourselves that we can go into playoffs and actually win some playoff games. We need this win to get a small chance of winning the division.
Mhm.
Right.
But the chance is still there. There's
Yeah.
not 5 games yet.
But we have to win. If we don't win this, it's over. We have
Okay,
no
and
shot at the
then-
division.
We want revenge from last game.
Yes.
Okay, here's on Lions side. They want to stay at number 1 seed. They want that number 1 seed. They need it now more than anything because of their health. They need it for the health, and plus they want to be number 1 seed. They want everything at home. They're not gonna let this game go by easily. That's for sure.
No.
They got
And
an
both-
offense that's healthy.
both
They're,
teams.
except for Decker, which Skipper does fine without him. Skipper does just fine.
And both teams have tough opponents next week too.
Yeah, yeah.
You
I think
guys got the Bills, we got the Seahawks. So
I think we're gonna win
both
this,
playoff teams.
but it's not gonna be like I'm saying
you'll beat the
within
Seahawks.
a score. Within a score.
Mhm.
It's got to be within the score. I mean, it could be a lucky fucking field goal kick by us. You know what I mean?
I'm
Hey,
going to say
let's-
something to my Lions fans right now that are watching the show, because a lot of them are watching through my channel.
Yep.
I want this same energy if we lose.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Hey,
I'm not trying to be a shit talker here,
Yeah.
and
I
I'm
would love
not
to
trying
see
to
that.
be a homer. But if we win, I want the same energy from the Packer fans.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
look at no one's gonna really
I
watch
like
the
Fred's
game.
take though, man. If we tie LaFleur and Campbell out of the 50,
Hold on. Hold
There
on.
you go.
Let's
Steel
put it out.
cage match.
I love that idea, Fred. Just go gladiator right out at the 50-yard
Hey,
line.
let's
Okay,
be
wait.
honest
Steel,
here. No one's
steel
watching.
cage, steel cage, or table ladders chairs? Which one?
Oh,
Hey,
I
let's
was
be
going to
honest.
say, can we get LaFleur versus Ben Johnson? Because I really
No.
don't want to see
No,
LaFleur.
no. Gotta
Hey,
be head
you
coach.
ever
Bro,
see
the bigger they
LaFleur?
are, the harder they
LaFleur's
fall.
actually pretty
Fuck.
stacked himself, man. Tell you the truth. If he's
Smiley.
Really?
Maybe he'll lose some
I would
teeth.
take
Maybe
actually
Smiley will
LaFleur.
get
He's in a lot better shape than
Hey, he
Dan
tore his
Campbell.
pec doing those. I mean,
Lot better
doing those
shape.
bench presses.
Oh yeah, I don't see him doing up and downs at practice. So yeah, that's out the door, John.
That's because he does
Forget that.
back somersaults.
Yeah.
Hey, no one's really watching. No one's going to really watch this game for Lions and Packers. People are watching this for Kraft versus Joseph.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but you know,
Them fighting
when
words.
I said it was moving the goalpost, John, it's because we did something again. You said you'll never call us Fool's Gold Lions when you moved the goalpost last year. You said
But you
have
but you
back to
are.
back.
I mean, to me, you
Wait,
are
wait, wait.
that.
Let me ask you: did we not have 10 back to back 10+ win seasons? Because that's what you said.
It's getting that trending there.
We're there. We
You
have
always
11
try to be
wins.
Fool's Gold to me. I don't care. Just like a Bears
Okay.
still suck.
I'm
They
just
can beat
saying
us,
every
they
time
still suck.
we hit the goalpost you
It's
set
just
up,
my motto now.
you
It's
move
just
it.
your Fool's Gold is just my motto, man. It's
you're like Lucy with the football.
just I'm always
Yeah,
gonna say it.
yeah.
And you
Yes.
guys see what
Yeah,
it's
but-
what you guys get so mad
Jamie, that
about it.
makes you
You
Charlie
guys get
Brown who
so
keeps
mad
going to
about
try
it.
to
That's
kick
why
it.
I keep saying it. You guys get so mad about it.
The difference
look-
is we've kicked it and he still tries it. That's what I'm getting at.
Hey, let me ask
Well,
the Lions
well-
fans a
Oh.
question on the panel right here. So next year, you probably guys are looking for. I mean, probably looking for maybe Ben Johnson leaving for a head coaching position, and probably
I don't
Aaron
think
Glenn
we are.
too. Yeah.
I think we'll be replacing Aaron Glenn. But if you
Mhm.
listen to what Ben Johnson specifically said, I don't just want to go to a team with a good roster. I don't just want to go to a team that's a good organization. I want to go to a team that's both.
So let me ask you this.
And there's not a lot of those teams out there that'll be looking for a head coach next year. That's
I
my
mean-
point.
Well, you never know.
He turned down $14+ million from Washington while they were on the plane and saying, "No, I want to stay right here as an
That's because
offensive
the Lions
coordinator."
had to overpay them just to keep them. They know without them they're trash.
We paid him the year before. We didn't have to give him a raise.
Well, you never know. Like we didn't think all these coaches would be fired last year, and they did. So you know what I mean. So you know what I mean. If he gets a position, he might get paid a bunch of money. You know what I mean. You got to look at that aspect of it. Somebody might throw him a bunch of money,
Ben
and
Johnson is not going to do nothing for money like that. You see, that's
He already
that's
said
the, that's
that's
the
not-
problem.
not
You
his
guys are
thing.
not
It's
understanding
about
the
fit.
situation. Ben Johnson,
okay, let's do a hypothetical then. Let's do a
Ben Johnson's
hypothetical.
got it good here. If he wants to go to another team, it's going to be a team that he wants that's set up already.
Yeah.
Meaning the back the front office. So
The
like
only two-
all these Chicago Bears that are screaming for him, it ain't gonna happen because they got such a fucked up back a front office. Ain't nobody want to go there to coach. So
I mean, the McCaskies already said the president of football operations is looking for their next coach. They're not
Mhm.
even letting polls pick it.
Oh, I know Ben Johnson ain't going to the Bears. So,
So,
yeah,
can bury
the
that
only
right
two,
now.
the
You know what I
only
mean?
two, the only
Yeah,
two
that's what you're
organizations that might
insinuating.
fire a coach that are good teams right now,
Mhm.
and there's two. And as much as we don't want to say it, it's Kyle Shanahan or Sean McVay. because both of those teams are way underperforming what they were, and the fans and the front office are getting upset.
So I
if
guess
either-
I guess my original question is, let's do a hypothetical here.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
If Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson leave for head coaching positions, how do you feel about your Lions? Like,
I feel
if
good
these
about
guys
the
both
Lions
leave?
because right now our passing game coordinator, who is in the same position that Ben Johnson was, is Tanner Engstrom, who was an offensive coordinator in college, like Ben Johnson. So I think he would automatically get promoted unless some hot offensive coordinator wants to come here.
Mhm.
On defensive coordinator, I could give two shits less because we give up a ton of yards. We just clamp down in the red zone. We're a bend don't break defense.
Mhm.
And there's about 18 different coordinators that might be out of a job next year that do the exact same thing. Have a good red zone defense, but don't stop anybody for yardage.
It works for the Bears. I mean, that's what's keeping them in most games. Is their red zone defense.
Because
They're number one.
because
Yeah,
as Green Bay,
they don't let you score touchdowns. You know, that's they keep themselves in it.
That's why
because you
all
can-
of the teams in the NFC North have had a problem against Chicago.
Yep, because they keep themselves in it. That's the only reason.
and
They're
then
a
you
second
can
half
ask
team. They're a second half team that hasn't figured out how to finish a game.
Mhm.
That I've
Yep.
said that ever since the Commanders game, and it's gotten proven every week. They don't
It
know
is.
how to finish a game.
and it's not Caleb's fault.
It isn't Caleb's fault, really, if you look at it. If you threw
honestly-
he's only thrown 5 picks all season.
I think it's because they're so close in the games that it's the way that you when you're all these other teams are playing prevent, and that lets them back in the fucking game, man. They're trying to just maintain that small little lead they got, and it lets them back in the game. That's playing into Caleb's hand.
So
Yeah, prevent is such an awful defense to play. Like, you know what I mean? Because we all know they're going to do the short
Oh,
yardage. They're going to
terrible.
throw to the sidelines. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That'll kill the clock every time, and that'll get the offense marching forward. You know what I mean? Like, even though like you're the whole concept of it is not giving up the big play or the deep pass, you're still letting them march all the way down to either kick a field goal or score a touchdown. And in most of the cases, is
Or
the
make
team's
bad
desperate enough to try whatever and they'll score. You know.
And now these days, you got
And-
4
and-
downs now.
and-
Everybody uses 4 downs now.
Every
Before you never
team
see
they
that.
played in
Now
this
it's getting
division-
more and more people using 4 downs now.
Yeah.
Every team in this division they played were kicking their ass in the first half.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
And that's a crazy stat with the Green Bay too. Green Bay has the most first quarter points to start the game.
Points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that just
So,
means we start fast
Rob-
and suck later.
Rob and Ken, we have a choice. We can either just leave this rolling for the next hour, because I would like it to be the 4 of us for my show, B. Strilla, Ken, and Rob, and us go on and continue the conversation for the next
I would love
hour.
to, guys, but I have shit I got to do.
Okay.
I'm at the end of my
Because,
Christmas season,
I-
and I got to.
I just don't want the talking over. I don't want the fighting. I don't want all that, because that's not what my show's about. But
I got
B
it.
and Ken, you're more than likely. Isaac, if you can do it without arguing too, you're more than welcome. I'll send
Oh,
you
I
an
was gonna
invite.
say Isaac's good.
No way, JB. No, just kidding. I got to take off, guys. Take
Okay.
care, guys.
Yeah.
Go back. Go.
I
I'll
just
join
wanted to
next time
offer
on
it.
one of your shows.
Okay.
I get it, man.
uh,
if I had more time today, I would. But I
Okay, I just was offering.
Yeah, no,
I
I
wanted
get
to offer that because you
Thanks.
know what? I will not have Dorn on because of the moving of the goalpost. I hate that take. You know, every time the Lions meet what he says, he won't call them that anymore. Oh, no, it's got to go further.
You got to know that it's kind of Dorn's catchphrase. So
I get it. And
it's
he
gonna
hates the
stay.
fact that it gets beat every year.
Well, I was
But
going to
he-
say, I was going to ask him if Green Bay didn't win this game, does that mean Green Bay is the same way? I mean,
So-
you got to use it.
Go Packers.
Yeah.
So what
Right.
we're
Hey,
going
but-
to do for the break, I say we just leave this one rolling. There's no sense. I didn't set up a show today.
Uh-huh.
And you can run the intro here shortly, and
Yeah,
I'll
it's
switch it
ridiculous.
to my side, and then we'll use the graphics and stuff from there, and you guys can stay on as long as you want. How's that?
Sounds fucking perfect.
So go ahead and hit that intro because it's almost go time.
All right.
Welcome to the Huddle Sports Network, where we're breaking boundaries and redefining podcasting. Broadcasting live on 6 different platforms, we're bringing you the latest in sports like never before. Imagine tuning into real-time discussions, expert analyses, and fan interactions all at your fingertips. Each platform offers a unique experience, whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. We're not just sharing stories, we're creating a community of passionate sports enthusiasts. Join us as we dive deep into the evolution of podcasting, where every episode is a chance to engage, debate, and celebrate the world of sports. This is where your voice matters and the game never stops. Welcome to the Huddle Sports Network, where we're breaking boundaries and redefining podcasting. Broadcasting live on 6 different platforms, we're bringing you the latest in sports like never before, where sports passion meets podcasting brilliance. I'm Mike, the Bear fan, and alongside Bill, the Packer fan, and our buddy Ken Catalone, we're bringing you an incredible lineup of 38 diverse podcasters. Each one brings their unique flavor to the table, covering everything from game analysis to behind-the-scenes stories. Imagine diving deep into the minds of experts who live and breathe football, sharing insights that you won't find anywhere else.
Show up here locally in the community. Make sure y'all go check out Meat Cat Body by Jeremy Jones.
That's right. It is Lions Talk with Smoke and Jeremy B, but I'm taking the catbird seat. It is great to see everybody here. War Week hour number 2. But it's realistic now because we just heard this is going to be one of the best games of the season, no matter what anybody thinks about it. Win or lose for either team, even if it's a tie. It'll be epic if it's a tie. Even though we'll all be eating crow, it would be an epic tie.
Hold on. If it's a tie, I say you and I both have to do the truffle shuffle together.
Yeah, no logos, no pictures.
Yeah, no logos, but we double truffle shuffle.
And we do it right to this. I'm deal with that. So, yeah, I'm okay. I'm ready. The sushi is done cooking.
How are we going to say? I thought sushi is what Green Bay served up for Thanksgiving.
I saw that dolphin.
I'm sorry, but Dorn was becoming the Ken Doby of that show, talking over everybody.
Dorn gets animated sometimes, but you see once you get him to calm down, then you'll get it. Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I do think it's going to be one of the best.
We all get times where we're super animated. Dorn just has more.
He's a start stopper. In other words, he talks a lot of shit as as a Homer Packer fan, just like we have Homer Lion fans that do the same damn thing. Mm-hmm. So, and I don't like them either. And then he goes, oh well, this is what I do. Either keep your same energy what you started off with, or keep your same energy what you end with. Don't be a flip flopper. I hate flip flopping people too. They flip flop.
Amen.
He's trying to get the what people expect from Dorn out, and then what his real takes are.
And I get it, but it's a bad look live. Mm-hmm. I don't mind it in comments and on posts and on Facebook, but when we're live, it looks bad.
It was bad on Facebook too, but anyway.
Yeah. 7 hours and 56 minutes, and the game goes live.
That's right.
The title will stay Ken and Ken because I didn't set up a show and we just rolled it over, guys. We're just rolling it over.
Yeah. So JB gets the moniker of a Ken because his dad's a Ken.
Smoking Ken is my dad, so it works.
And I'm Kenless.
See, I guess now you.
Gotta listen to the dead people laugh when I hear a funny joke. Because that's that canned 70s sitcom laughter.
Well, there you go, Ken. Who's out for the Packers tonight?
I already know.
I was gonna say nothing has changed from what it was last night yet. I was gonna say we won't know till probably the hour and a half before the game.
Right. The two that are questionable still is Kenny Clark and Josh Jacobs, but they said Josh Jacobs is supposed to be a go. Kenny Clark is the one that's in question because it had no designation yesterday and it was downgraded to questionable today. So, who will have more rushing yards, the Packers or Lions? Well, the Lions have gotten like 200 yards a game almost the last 3 games, and the Packers have gotten 120 a game. That tells you right there it should be the Lions statistically. But this is a rivalry game, and I'll leave it at that. Both
And
teams
DJ
might
Reader
not
ain't
even
playing.
get 100 yards. Because we tend to show up against each other, and that was my point I was trying to make. Since week 18 of 2022, neither team has scored over 30 points against each other.
Oh yeah, and I honestly expect that trend to continue.
So do I. I think it's going to be a 28-point or less for whoever the winner is, and the other
Hey, I
one's
can
going to be
dream,
4
can
to.
I?
I know you can dream.
we
I know, but
won't
I
take
think
your dream from you, Bistro.
I'm not taking your dream, but I think the loser's going to be 4 to 7 points behind. That's just what I think.
Yeah, I'm totally with you on that, JB. I've said it multiple times. I think
I'm
whoever
leaning-
wins wins by an actual touchdown.
I'm leaning towards the Lions having more rushing yards for one reason, because we have 2 guys that do almost as good as Josh Jacobs. When you guys have Josh Jacobs and then the other guy's just there. And Marshawn Lynch is out.
Yeah, do not discredit Emmanuel Wilson though.
No,
He's
he
got himself a 6.1
consistent.
yard per carry.
But he's not consistent is my point. He has like really big plays or really bad plays.
No, I wouldn't say really bad. It's not like he's losing yards, but yes, he'll either gain 10 or 15 or 1.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He'll get just past the line of scrimmage. It's not a loss, but that's a bad play. And division games are the hardest game. For example, Michigan versus Ohio State. Yes, 100%.
Yeah, but Michigan has always been defense and running the ball. I don't think there's a time when they ever aired it out. Well,
I
maybe
just think it was better to keep it rolling. That's all, because then there's no break. There's no having to switch. I didn't have to jump out of a studio. These guys didn't have to jump out of the studio. We were just able to roll. All I had to do is change the background. That way you know it's Lions Talk with Smoke and Jeremy B.
breaking news. The NFL just gave out their Players of the Month, and Jake Bates from the Detroit Lions kicker was the Special Teams Player of the Month.
Yeah, because I think this month he went, 10 of 11 altogether?
Yeah, he's one of the highest rated kickers in the NFL right now.
You guys can all say the homer stuff and that we're going to win by 11, we're going to win by 14. The trend says we won't. I'm just going by the trend. I look at trends.
Yeah, Brett, I like that. I want to see what our new players do too.
The only three that we know for sure are playing are Miles Adams, Jonah Williams, and Quan Alexander. The only reason why there's any question about Jamal Adams is because he was signed to the practice squad, and we don't know if he'll be dressed or left on the practice squad.
Yeah, and I was.
Dan said they're all going to play. He made that a flat out statement.
I know. I heard that too, so I expect them to be called up. One of the guys that might not be dressed It isn't Pat O'Connor because he's been doing good. It's the other defensive tackle, and I'm not talking about Broderick Martin. It's that Chris Smith that we called up because both the games he's been called up,
Oh yeah,
he's been complete ass.
yeah. Well, he was
So
complete.
I
That's
think
where why his ass is on the practice squad that deep.
right, and he's been called up 3 times. So you know what's coming soon. Next week he'll be waived because they can't call him up a 4th time and have him be on the active roster. He's played so bad, nobody will pick him up, so he'll come right back to the practice squad, which restarts that 4-game clock again.
Maybe that's the reason why they're doing that, so they can let him down easy.
Oh yeah,
Maybe, maybe they want to
what-
get rid of his ass, but they don't want to be harsh about it. You know,
Well, that's what
suck out.
that's what we've done with everybody. If you look all season long, if they've sucked, guess what? They don't bring them back to the practice squad. The Lions have been really smart with how they built this roster. They had 52 for a reason. You have 7 call-ups and 6 sit-downs every week then because you can only dress 46 off your active roster. So they're able to do a call-up every week, and you have 4 call-ups before you have to make somebody a permanent part of the active roster. After the 3rd one, they've waived every single one of them and brought them back to the practice squad when they've contributed. And I think it's going to be a combination of Miles Adams and Broderick Martin next to a Liam McNeil all day. Broderick Martin is a big space eater and a big run defender in the middle. You know, you can't be 6'4" and 350 pounds and not know what the hell you're doing.
Well, I mean, you can. It's
But
just,
it's just not the norm. It's not
Yeah.
the norm for them not to be good. He's not a pass rushing defensive tackle. He's just like DJ Reader. He's not really a pass rush guy, but if you don't put 2 on him, he will get past somebody. That's what he does. That's what he did in college, and that's what he'll do for us. With Jair Alexander and Corey Ballantyne now, I'm going to say St. Brown could, but last time it was Jair actually played, didn't he?
no, he did not. He missed
he
that
not?
game too.
Okay. St. Brown didn't have as many yards as Reed, but guess who had more touchdowns? St. Brown.
Yeah.
So all I care about is the scoring.
See, he might be able to beat Reed in the touchdown aspect of this game too, because I don't know what it is, but I got this feeling that this is going to be a Christian Watson game where he's the guy that's featured.
And that's why we have Mosley active this week. Say what you want. He's the only guy on the roster defensively that's as fast as Watson.
Hmm?
And that's
Well,
not being a jerk. That's being realistic.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, you know, you still have to put Jalen Reed in a position because he is 6th in the red zone scoring for receivers. Amon St. Brown is 1st, by the way, but he's 6th in red zone scoring. So you got 2 red zone targets playing in this game, top 10. So I don't see them not going away from Jalen Reed inside the 20. I don't see that, but
Jaden Reed had 105 catches for 115 yards last time, but 0 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Why? This team has been great in the red zone all year. You can say what you want. We've been shutting teams down. There's only been 10 passing touchdowns against this defense all year. There's been 16 against the Packers. There's a big discrepancy. We've scored 21 touchdowns. You guys have scored 12. You guys have given up 19 touchdowns. We've given up 12.
Yeah, the only preface that I'll have for that is in the beginning of the season, we were having a lot of touchdowns called back because of stupid-ass penalties, so our numbers are deflated a bit. But, yeah.
Wait, but you want to know what's bad about it? We've had just as many called back on penalties. Between passing and rushing combined. If you look it up, we've had just as many touchdowns called back on penalties.
I'm not saying don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you're lying, but if that's true, holy shit.
We have lost 18 touchdowns this season due to penalties. And we've scored 47. Let that sink in. We could be sitting here talking about a team with 65 touchdowns offensively right now.
God damn. I will say you guys have built yourself one hell of a team over there. The points that you're putting up sounds like the old Packers teams.
You want to know what exactly it sounds like? And I'll put up the optic for you. It's the 1991 Redskins compared to everybody else on that list. Look at it. Those are the highest scoring offenses since 1997 or 96. Excuse me.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me because I remember the first game the Washington Redskins played. They beat the Lions 45-0, and everybody said the Lions, "Oh my God, we're gonna get killed this season."
And then we didn't lose a game till like week 9 after that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and that team was great. That's the bad part. That team was great, and it wasn't as good as this year's Lions. I think it's going to be very close to Joshua Dugan. All you got to do is look at the passer rating this year right now. It's very close right now. The only difference is Goff is more accurate and has more touchdowns. That's it. And 3 of those 10 passing touchdowns was last week.
Yep.
So and that's the only quarterback to throw for multiple touchdowns versus the Lions defense. And we were missing half of our secondary and lost half of our defense in the game. I don't like the sugarcoat stuff, so I don't. I give facts as it is. And at the same time, to hear Dorn cry about injuries and a loss, when we've been so injured this entire season and still winning, I don't like injuries as an excuse for a loss, and I won't use it. You either play good or you play bad. And you guys, and I'm going to say it like it was. In the rain, you guys played like you were the dome team, and we played like we were Green Bay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. I'll tell you straight out, just like I said on our show right after the game. We played like absolute shit for that one. It is not what I expected. Now, I will say I think a lot of at least Love's performance had to do with us putting them out there too early coming back from injury.
And I said that too.
I think we all agree on that one.
But the preparation of what the Lions did at Allen Park was brilliant.
Yep.
When you found out that's what they did, they put 2 gloves on Goff, and they sat there with the sprinklers on the entire practice to practice in a torrential downpour.
Yep. And that's exactly what Green Bay should have been doing, minus the gloves, because Jordan Love doesn't ever use gloves.
I think he might have thrown a little better if he had something tacky on his hands, though, is what I'm getting at. You know what wouldn't have happened? He wouldn't have let that one pass go too early that was going towards your guy that was wide open and got tipped at the line.
Mm-hmm.
If you actually look at it, you were saying, oh, he should have hit that guy wide open. I looked, and it was our defensive tackle that got the hand on the ball. It was going to the guy on the left, and it went back to the right to Kirby when it was tipped.
That at least made me feel a little better, because I was going to say, how the hell do you miss Tucker Kraft's big ass completely wide open? And we're talking so wide open, that's either a 60-yard play or a go-ahead touchdown.
I know.
At least it was a tip that caused it.
Right. And that's why I said
that usually happens when you do a zero blitz.
Right. that was the crazy thing. We only dropped 4 in coverage.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That was a zero blitz.
We rushed 7. We did a zero blitz. And I told you, I said, watch out, Packers. You guys are 31st in blitzing rate, and we went from 30th to 20th in 2 weeks after the Hutchinson injury. We're blitzing a lot, and we're still doing that. And that's one of the things that Jordan Love has struggled with. It's not against pressure; it's against the blitz.
This year, he's not so great against the blitz there, because I think a lot of that had to do with the injury and him not trusting his lead foot, to where he was throwing a lot of back foot passes.
And where credit's due, he's looked better the last 3 weeks.
Yep.
Ever since the bye week, he's looked better.
Yep.
But at the same time, we haven't seen anybody bring the pressure like the Lions have been doing lately. lately.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I want to see. I want to see how he handles that adversity again. If he's doing great, kudos to him.
Oh
If
yeah,
he's not, then you have to say this is a sophomore slump season.
yeah. I'm expecting we're gonna get the old Toyota Thon version of Jordan Love from last year, to where he's making teams pay horribly for blitzing them. Because Jordan Love, you got to give it to the guy. He will stand there and wait till that very last second to throw it and eat that shot. That's honestly where he reminds me a lot of Brett Favre, is that he don't give a shit if you're hitting him.
And thank you, Joshua Dugan, for saying it. He says, "Yeah, Jordan needs to step up. He backpedals too much, if you ask me." And that's when his ball floats a little, and he'll sail a pass, or he'll throw it short, and it gets into trouble.
Yep.
Just what we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
All season.
Backpedaling means that you're taking extra precious seconds off the time that you're back there and letting the rush get to you. That he's just got to throw that ball quick out. I'm going to tell you, Tampa Bay did a hell of a job doing that against the Lions. Quick passes, and
Yep.
that's what you got to do.
That's
with
what the Rams did too.
Pressures don't. I mean, pressures are pressures are something. You don't always have to get the sack to create some kind of a problem. And if you can beat that by throwing it quick, you're good to go. Stafford did that too. It didn't work for him, but
Right, but we got lucky that we got the ball. I don't care what anybody says. Whoever got the ball in overtime was winning that game, because both those defenses were gassed. We saw it. They drove down and got a touchdown. We drove down and tied it. I mean, neither defense was stopping a goal.
so the highest.
Who's out? Brian Hepp said something earlier because they asked about somebody.
NFL team blitzing percentage in 2024. Here are your candidates. The Bears are number 1. Makes sense. The Cardinals are number 2. Your Packers are number 3. The Giants are number 4. Makes sense too with them. And we are number 5. And considering the fact that we never blitzed that much, going all the way from when we start the season at, when we're like 20th or something.
For what?
For the blitzing.
For blitzing? God,
Yeah,
they were 31st and we were 30th to start the season before Hutch went out. We went from that to what?
To 5th place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That tells you how much of the blitz has increased in Detroit.
Oh yeah, now that we're actually getting pressures in Green Bay, it's because we're starting to blitz and sending Quay Walker in on the blitz. I don't know why the hell it took so long for Hafley to finally say, okay, I have to do this blitzing, because Quay, almost every time they're blitzing him, the guy's getting home. Come on.
You don't want my opinion on it, because I'm going to give you something you're going to hate. Because he's Joe Barry 2.0. First half season sucks, second half season comes on.
You got to give him a whole season first.
Yeah,
we're already seeing it. We're already seeing it. That's what I'm saying. So I'm being a John Dorn take on it right now. That's what I was getting at.
We're gonna give him some time, because he's at least shown a little bit more than Barry. I'm gonna hope that he needed to adjust to the NFL like the players needed to adjust to his defense, and next year it's gonna be a lot better. That's
Week
what I'm
11.
gonna hope.
Week 11 before he blitzed. It sounds awful familiar to me.
Oh.
Soft zone coverage until week 11. Sounds familiar to me.
That's what annoys the piss out of me with him, is he's usually a man-to-man guy, but since Alexander has been out of the lineup, he's been playing damn near nothing but zone. Like, I get it. Alexander's the best man-to-man corner we got. But, dude, you got to trust some of these other guys a little bit.
Yeah, that's what we used to say about AJ, too.
Where's the Packers rank in blitz rate right now?
3rd. Third.
Yeah, so that's the switch. And that's just been in a few weeks, because you said there wasn't a blitz the first 9 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they would blitz a handful of times a game, if that.
I just find it weird that after 3 weeks of blitzing, there's been so few sacks still.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you guys are still what, down in the bottom 30s in sacks?
Oh, I'd have to look that one up. Hold on.
Or did you move up into the 20s now? Because I know we're at 25 if I remember right in sacks.
Yeah, we suck.
We suck, but we're getting better because last year
I
we
mean,
were
as far as
29.
tax rates, okay, that's not.
All right, here's the list of sacks. Oh, holy shit!
Minnesota's got 39.
Yeah.
Let's see. Green Bay is
Green
like in
Bay's
the
13.
middle, just above the middle.
Yeah, we're 13th. Holy shit! I'm surprised that we've.
And we're only
much
we're only 2 sacks behind, and we're at 30. So we're only like maybe
but
17th, 18th.
Right. So we're both in the middle of the pack.
Yep.
And think about that. The difference is we had a guy that was leading the league in sacks go down, and we're still up that high in sacks right now, which is crazy to think about. But since he's been down, we've had a 4-sack game. We've had a 3-sack game. We've had a 5-sack game just last week. And we had another 4-sack game. Wasn't that against the Titans, if I remember right?
Yeah. Baltimore's got 41, Houston's got 42, and Denver's got 47. 47 sacks. Damn, Denver.
Yeah, Denver's been killing it. I ain't gonna lie. Defensively, Denver's killing it. They should have a better record than they have, but you know that blocked field goal saved the Chiefs' ass.
Yep.
And that's another kicker that if you look at his trajectory, he's going to have a lot of block kicks in his career. He kicks at the same level as Cairo Santos. If an offensive lineman parts, it's going to block the kick.
Oh,
The Lions are pretty good offensively. They're second in total yards, 5th in passing, and 4th in rushing.
And which is amazing to me that we're still holding basically right where we were last year. If you think about it on offense.
In total yards per game, Detroit is number 2 at 395, and Green Bay is number 3 at 382.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying you guys are. In nowhere have I said the Packers are a bad team. I've said that you guys had some coaching growing pains.
Yep.
You've had some offensive growing pains. You've had everything this season that you could have derailed, and you haven't. That's a sign of a good team.
Matt LaFleur, I will give him shit about being kind of soft on the players in that he kind of seems to me he wants to be more their friend type of shit. But he puts out damn good teams every year.
And that's what I'm going to say about Dan Campbell. He's kind of the polar opposite.
Yep.
He's awful fiery. The players love him. But if you need your ass reamed, you don't see him do it on the field.
Hey, that's what I will give Matt LaFleur credit for, is he's starting to ream some of these guys out on the field, because to me, the team has sorely needed it. Instead of him just sitting there screaming at the refs, he's now directing some of that irate energy towards the players, and I'm here for every fucking minute.
Just like that bad penalty you guys took versus the Lions that put us into scoring range on that one. You can't do that. You see them yelling across the field. Are you fucking stupid?
Ever since he said if another player takes a bad penalty, they will be coming off the field, taking their helmet off, and standing next to me and watching the game.
Right, and you actually did it to one player since.
Oh yeah, I fucking loved it.
Wasn't it Quay Walker?
No, it wasn't Quay.
Or was it the rookie safety? It was one of the two, if I remember right.
I think it might have been Bullard.
Yeah.
It was either Bullard or McDuffie.
And I said both these teams were making the playoffs in the preseason. I said the only thing that matters is who gets second in the North. Because the third place team, just because usually other NFC divisions has one other team that's that good to knock them off. But it doesn't look like that's the case this year.
Nope.
We got 3 teams from the North going to the playoffs, boys. And this is for the number 1 seed, not only for the North, possibly the NFC. And you know what's crazy is if you guys win and then we somehow win out, the Lions are still the number 1 seed in the NFC because they have the strength of schedule heads up play in conference where they beat a team that the Philly lost to. Did
Okay,
you know
thanks,
that?
Joshua. Yeah, it was Bullard.
Yeah, it was Bullard. Okay. See, I knew it was a rookie. It was either Quay Walker or a bully. And the only reason why I bring up Quay Walker is because the last 2 years
Because
in a
he does
row,
do dumb
he's
shit.
had
Yeah.
the stupid shit versus the Lions.
Hey, you got to admit, he's gotten that shit under wraps.
I hope so. I hope we don't have another medical trainer out there tending to a player and he fucking tries to take him out.
Well, don't bump into Quay. You got to learn.
Get the fuck out of the way.
Hey,
He asked him to move. You actually saw it because you saw the guy's hat. It was a Week 8 D game. He goes, "Hey, can you move?" And he didn't move, so he goes, "Get out of the way. I got to get to my player." And then he turns around and blasts him. That was stupid. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
I'm not going to argue that. Now, I will say, if it wasn't a medical staff guy that he pushed, I would have been all for it.
Right.
If it would have been another player, or granted,
That's football.
this one I'd still have a little bit of a problem with is if it was a coach, but I wouldn't have as much of a problem as I did with the medical guy.
If it was a medical trainer or a rep, either one,
Yep.
that's just fucking stupid.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's what I'm going to go at. But you know what? Even if it's a coach, it's still an ejection.
Oh, yeah. Hey, this was also when the Packers were a very soft team, and I love seeing somebody out there with some kind of intensity.
I know yet, but I didn't defend it at all. I called him out right away. I remember when I came on your show, you tried to say, "So you're going to try to defend it?"
Yes, I am. For just the reason of what I said, is it's finally given the team a little bit of an edge. And you got to admit, we finally have a team with an edge in Green Bay this year.
So the shirt that was misspelled that St. Brown wore, and it was on the printer, not on St. Brown. He wrote it right, but they wanted to make it fit across the chest. It's just 2 words instead of doing Green Bay sucks. You know, because that's what they'd have had to do with the way the print type was set.
Mm-hmm.
Do you realize that has sold 8.9 million sweatshirts in Detroit?
You know the real reason why that happened, right? It's a copyright infringement. Can't do
Right.
that.
Right.
They had to pay Green Bay money to put that on the shirts. That's why. They
Yeah,
put
but-
it together. It's
Did you
all
see what was
English.
under the hood on the back? Because there's some little typeset.
what was
And it's
that?
only on St. Brown's. Thanks for pouring beer on me.
Yeah.
That's why he made it.
No,
And
that,
it was that
the chick
was
that did
deserving.
that's
Yeah.
a tip. That she's a Karen.
Hey,
I'm telling you, she's a Karen.
I'm all for you want to pie face the guy for jumping up into your stands and not let him up there. I'm for that. But the beer, I will say, that was crossing the line.
Right, and
Well,
you're pouring a beer. You're
kudos.
wasting beer. What the hell, stupid?
Kudos to the Packers organization because she has a lifetime ban from the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, it's not like he jumped up in Packers, where Packers were at. That was a bunch of group in the Lions fans that were right there. So he jumped up where he's supposed to jump. I mean, if he jumped up where Green Bay Packers fans were,
I wouldn't have
he
had to.
deserves every little bit of fucked up he gets. That's
But he
all I
literally
gotta
jumped
say.
into the arms of like 4 Lions fans. that
Yeah.
was right there in the front
We're
at
right there,
that
yeah.
seating. So he did pick the right spot.
Yeah, his brother gives him shit
Wow,
about that
Zach
too.
Martin out for the year, undergoes season-ending ankle surgery.
Yep, Dallas is done.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you think this is Zach Martin's last season? He's getting older.
This is
He's
what
not-
2 out of the last 3 years he's missed like at least 8 games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's done. He should be
yeah,
done.
that's what I'm kind of getting at. Is
Yeah.
he seems like he's on his last legs of his career.
I want everybody that was questioning what happened with Christian McCaffrey's knee, go on YouTube, go to Football Talk with Bo, and look at his short where he highlighted and blew up the video. You literally can see They're not telling us. His Achilles ruptured too.
It'll be liquor. That's waste too. Don't be dropping liquor
You
on
don't
there.
do alcohol of us.
I'm
don't
assuming.
waste
Why do you
alcohol.
post so much about Aaron Rodgers? Who?
I think Logan's talking about Bill the Packer fan, since we're going to that page too.
Oh, okay.
Because Aaron Rodgers, he might not be on the team anymore, but he was a Green Bay quarterback for 16 or 17 years. He did a hell of a lot for the organization. It don't matter who he's playing for. He's a lifetime Packer.
So
Yes,
Cam,
Cameron, that's Bistrila. And of course, Ken the Packer fan, because it's war week. We're just keeping the Ken and Ken show over because Ken Dobie wasn't here and we didn't have to worry about him.
that going on. Yeah.
All right, you know what? That's it. Green Bay's the greatest team ever. Detroit absolutely sucks. There's no way. I got a mind melt with Goody.
I don't post about Aaron daily, so I'm a Lions fan. I don't care about him.
I know. There's a couple
My
of
page is the name
Yeah.
you see above, Packer Backer News. I don't post about Aaron Rodgers all the time. I post about him super occasionally when there's something noteworthy.
super occasionally.
No, seriously, I maybe
Said
once a
super
month.
occasionally. Super occasionally.
I know, Cameron.
Oh,
God
it was
bless you,
already here
Cam.
now, Cam.
Yep, bless you, Cam. I understand about that. But yeah, I don't know. Are you part of the Black and Blue Division Facebook thing? Ken?
I don't know. Let me see.
Because that one,
Yeah, he's not
I've
here
always
right
had
now.
my-
So Bill, you got to address that with Bill the Packer fan. Bill's not
Yeah.
in here.
Yeah.
I understand, Cameron. I appreciate it. I didn't send you the link because I knew what you were doing.
yeah, the
I
NFC
think
North
it's
Black and
exactly
Blue
what they've
Division.
been saying. They're not going to
Oh, yeah.
resign
No,
Brock
I
Purdy.
am.
Yeah.
They're not going to sign Brock Purdy, and Rodgers will probably be let go after June 1st. And since the 49ers are not going to have, my bad. Yep.
Yeah.
And Rodgers is not going to retire because he loves the game too much, even though he should. If you look at how he's playing, he should retire.
I would so much rather Rodgers retire and come in as a coach, because I honestly think Rodgers would be an outstanding offensive coach, whether it's a coordinator or a head coach. We've seen him call his own plays for many years, and then we've seen him get Matt Flynn a massive contract by calling that full game for him.
But I think he ends up the 49ers quarterback.
I
Finally gets to be the quarterback for the team he loves.
I don't want to say it because it's going to make me want to vomit, but I think you're right. I really do. I've been hearing.
I see the writing on the wall. I've heard that they're
hope
not re-signing Purdy, and he's going to have guaranteed money on the books when he leaves the Jets, and they'll be able to get him for cheap, like a Russell Wilson type of deal for like $3 to $12 million.
hope that Rodgers does not have a Johnny Unitas moment where he's in the back of the end zone with blood coming down his head, because that dude don't move as well as he used to. He doesn't make the best decisions anymore either. So I don't, if you're going to go out a winner, go out a winner. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even play no more. Go to your dark habitat. I don't care.
Your dark habit.
It just,
Hey,
those are kind of quarterbacks you don't want to see. I mean, I never could stand. I think to me, in my mind, me personally, I thought he was overrated. But Aaron Rodgers is still a very good quarterback and has done a lot of good things over his career. And you don't want to take that away from him by seeing him broken down and hurt in the back of the end zone somewhere. You want him to go off into the peacefulness. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like I don't want that to happen to Matt Stafford. I don't want that to happen to any good quality quarterback that we have out here. Tom Brady did it the right way. John Elway did it the right way. They retired when they were on top.
I'm telling you right now, they've already said they're not re-signing Purdy because of how he's played this season. I get these emails about the NFL all the time, and that's one of the biggest ones, is that Purdy more than likely will be a free agent.
You know, I've been hearing that writing on the wall too about that. And
But
what I've
it's a
also
great-
heard is Purdy is going to have a relatively pedestrian contract wherever he does go.
Right, because he's been so pedestrian this season. But Dwayne Keene brought up some breaking news that came out about Detroit. Jared Goff is the nomination from the Detroit Lions for the Walter Payton Man of the Year finalist. Well deserved. He's done a lot for the community over his past. Well, this is his 4th season here. Yes, it is a big game tonight, King SJ. This is probably the biggest divisional game of the second set, because this sets the tone for the rest of the season for either team. And I think as long as nobody's blown out,
Yep.
it's a good game. And both teams can hold their head high walking out from it.
Mm-hmm. And
But if this starts to look at any time like any of the earlier Lions games for the Packers, it'll be demoralizing. And you know what I'm talking about.
oh yeah,
If,
or if Green Bay goes in there and Jordan Love absolutely lights you guys up, it's going to be holy shit. It's like you can't catch a break type of thing.
Yep,
But
that's Joshua Drogan. I think that's actually where he goes. I think Purdy will end up getting picked up by the Giants, and they'll still draft an early QB.
I honestly don't think that, because I truly believe they are grooming DeVito to be their long-term backup. With how the players talk about him and all that on the Giants squad, I think they really like this guy. Granted, you ain't hitching the franchise to him. That's why they're still looking out.
They're probably going to get him for like a $10 to $20 million salary as a backup. And you ask yourself, who's better, Brock Purdy or Tommy DeVito? Be honest, statistically.
Statistically, you got to go with Purdy since he's started a shit ton more. But you can't take away from the fact that a lot of times when DeVito comes in, that team rallies around him. So that holds some weight too.
Jets are drafting a quarterback because Woody Johnson said he's done with Rodgers.
Shit, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Purdy goes to the Jets.
That could happen too. Either way, he's going to be the backup to whoever gets drafted in the first round by any team he goes to. That's what I predict.
Yeah, and Kenny Clark is Green Bay's nominee for the Walter Payton Man of the Year.
I can see that. He deserves it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Guys who do a lot in the community deserve it. I'm surprised that Jared Goff didn't get it sooner for Detroit with the way he's been beloved here, and especially last season. Because everybody says, oh, Jared Goff can't do it 2 years in a row. Jared Goff can't do it a third year in a row. I've heard this from Rams fans, from Packers fans, from Vikings fans, from Bears fans, yet he's still doing it.
I was going to say, all the history of Jared Goff said that until this recent chunk.
If you actually go look at his numbers, they were never really that bad with the Rams.
I was going to say they were never really that great either.
No, he had the one great season, but he had a bunch of average to great, not elite, average to great years is what they were. Because think about it. They made the playoffs with Jared Goff 3 out of 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
I love it how people say Jared Goff only won 3 playoff games. I know he won 2 versus Packers. As a Ram. The one that took him to the Super Bowl and the one that knocked you guys out early in the playoff.
I don't remember losing to the Rams in the playoffs.
You don't remember that they beat you to go play New Orleans? Jared Goff came in the second half with his broken thumb when John Wolford was starting. 2018, you don't remember that? I could have swore it was you guys.
I don't think so. There's a playoff history. We don't need shit from the 30s. Okay. We played the Rams in 2020 and won, but other than that, no.
Okay, I got it wrong. It must have been the Dallas game where he came in then, because I know there was a game where he was sacked because he had a broken thumb, and he came in at the half and led them to victory.
Yeah, I was gonna say I never remember losing to the Rams because, as far as I remember, LaFleur is undefeated against McVay.
But I will say one thing: the 49ers have y'all's fucking number in the playoffs.
Do you got to remind me?
Unfortunately, you don't have to play them this year.
I was going to say, it massively benefits you that the 49ers aren't in the playoffs either, because they sure knocked you out last year, too.
Von Doom has been working a lot. That's what he's been doing. He's been playing catch up. He's back to work. He's no longer on his short-term disability. And kudos to him. He's trying to play catch up with Bills. He's working 12-hour days and 13-hour days to get that overtime.
Oh,
because he still hasn't received his short-term disability check from week 1 of that break.
Oh, yeah, that shit takes forever. But see, here I thought Brent was asking if you needed some penicillin.
You know my co-host is Von Doom, you ass.
Come on. And you know me. There's no way in hell that there's going to be a joke like that out there, and I'm not going to do it.
Oh, I know. It's no different than me.
That's why
I still loved it when that one guy said they came up short by 2 inches. I was like, yep, that's what she said. That was on Ken and Ken when that happened, right?
No. That was a different show you were watching about the coming up short.
I know, but I know I was watching it on this channel. Is what I'm saying is we were watching it on the Huddle Sports channel.
Yeah.
And they said something about somebody came up 2 inches short. And I was like, that's what she said. I just slipped it in before he got the next sentence, and everybody just died.
They got locked starting
Maybe Von Doom got hit by a penicillin delivery truck and it wiped him out.
Penicillin taking out VD everywhere.
Yep. Von Doom's just been busy. I invite him every show. LOL, stop it.
All right. Now what I want to know is who are we betting on in the Tucker Craft versus Kirby Joseph death match?
I don't think it's going to be a death match. I honestly, really, I don't think either player's trying to hurt anybody.
No.
But all I'm saying is when you make it public knowledge that you're targeting someone in a game, if it happens and they get hurt, you're going to get suspended by the NFL. We've seen this before.
I will preface it by it depends on the injury, too.
Well, I'm going to put it to you like this. If anybody's going to get hit, it ain't going to be Kirby. Kirby's a defensive player, and he's playing against an offensive player. Who has to tackle an offensive player? The defensive player. So 9 times out of 10, he can talk all that shit he wants. You know what's amazing? Because this is not the first player to talk stuff about Lions players. And I'm not just talking about Green Bay. Other teams have done the same thing and try to rattle feathers. I haven't heard a Detroit player besides Amon wearing a Green Bay Sucks sweatshirt. He never goes out and says, oh, fuck them, or I'm going to take this guy out, or they're not going to be able to cover me. I don't see any Lions players doing that. I see other teams doing that. That tells you how good the Lions are, because other teams are trying to rattle their ass to get some kind of advantage on them. It doesn't necessarily mean they're going to do anything. It just seeing if they can draw a bug out their ass. That's what they're trying to do.
With the mindset that Tucker Kraft has and how this guy is so loosely wired together, I wouldn't be surprised if he's trying to go out there and anytime he gets a chance to block him, is going to give it 120%.
100. I get
and the other thing,
saying.
but the other thing on that too is, see, and the mentality is with the whole league about the Lions too. The fans are like saying, yeah, and you see people that are associated with the Lions, like me and JB, we understand, and we've been Lions fans for a long time. We definitely see a difference in this team than any other team the Lions have ever had. But see, the rest of the league don't see it that way. The players don't see it that way either. That what they see is, oh, this is the same old Lions, like John Dorn. This is the same old Lions team, so we're going to go out there and push everybody around. No, this is a Dan Campbell run team. You smack us in the mouth. What did he say in his first presser? You smack us in the mouth, we're smacking your ass right back. So
you knock us down, we're going to take out a kneecap.
Yeah,
you knock us
Kraft
down,
can talk all the shit he wants to, but as soon as he puts a finger on somebody, I guarantee you he's going to get his ass kicked. So I like I said, it's to me, it's players talking stuff to see if they can draw the other team away from their game. And that's good. I mean, you want them to do that. So if somebody does take it seriously enough and come out there and make a mistake during the game, which you want to do, that's going to throw off the Lions. But the Lions ain't built like that. So that ain't going to happen.
Harpazzo Brent makes a very, very good take. They confuse aggressiveness with being abusive.
Right.
The Lions. And that's exactly what's going on. Because Dan Campbell told the rest before the game, hey, Caleb has this tendency to feint like he's going to go out of bounds, and then he's going to run back in. When he does, we're going to crack him, and you're not calling a penalty.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened? Exactly that, right? And
it was a good hit.
Oh, wait. Oh, it was a low hit. You can freeze frame everything to make it look like a low hit. Look at the hit that Kirby did on TJ Hockenson, the beginning of where he made contact, not where it ended. It was the same type of hit. He hit him just below the hip in the middle of the thigh. And if you freeze frame it a half second later, he's at the guy's knee.
Yeah, Joshua, though, but they're not out there talking shit and trying to draw attention either. Just because they wear something doesn't mean shit. That's just a man's opinion. He doesn't like Green Bay, basically, from the point that somebody dropped a beer on him. But he said that on his own show, with his brother. He said he didn't like Green Bay. He said it's not that he don't like Green Bay, the players. He don't like the fans because they do obnoxious shit to him.
Wait. It wasn't a fuck the Packers hoodie, though. Now you're lying.
Yeah.
It was Green Bay sucks.
Right.
Big difference. If it had said fuck the Packers, that's different. He wore a Green Bay sucks because he's mad at the fans.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think part of that still has to do a little bit with how he wanted to go to Green Bay when he got drafted, and Green Bay stuck their nose up at him.
No, it had very little to do with that. He even said he's not mad at that because the Lions picked ahead of Green Bay that year in that draft, in that round.
We also passed over him quite a few times.
So did the Lions. Don't sugarcoat it. We passed over him 4 times too. We had 4 picks.
I ain't sugarcoating it because he said before the draft that Green Bay was where he wanted to go.
Right. Not just because of EQ. Because he was a Green Bay fan growing up. He was not a fan of the Lions. And when he was drafted by the Lions, the only thing he thought about, it wasn't that Green Bay didn't drafted him. It was the 16 wide receivers that were drafted before him. That's all he was upset about. Because he knew he was better than 5 of them. And in all actuality, I don't think there's 5 out of that draft that you can say are better than him. I think there's only 2.
And believe me, a lot of Packer fans wanted him over Amari Rodgers, who we ended up taking. The only reason Amari Rodgers got selected instead of him was because he had the freaking thing where Cobb was his mentor, and they just assumed he was going to be Randall Cobb again.
But again, you guys knocked us for taking a player like that a year later. You took a guy that had an ACL tear.
Oh,
and
yeah.
A year later, you clowned us about it. Remember that?
Dude.
Okay, Brian is the one that flipped off the fans because he got ejected because everybody was booing him. I get it. Fans react like that players react like that to fans all the time. He got fined, but you know what's funny is find Jameson Williams because he dives in the end zone, grabbing his crotch versus the Titans, but yet use it on the NFL highlight reel for the picture to start their highlight reel.
Well, you want to know the best freaking part? Aaron Jones used to do that Marshawn Lynch celebration all the time. Never got anything for it. They never fined him over that.
I don't think it was clowning. He literally said he did it as a testament to Marshawn Lynch on his birthday.
Mm-hmm. Now we're going to say, and that's
like
exactly why Aaron Jones used to do
just
it.
Like he got fined for dunking the football over the crossbar in honor of the pride.
Calvin Johnson.
Putting Calvin into the Pride of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's all sorts of stupid shit that people do, but when there's good reasons for doing it, there is no reason to get upset with somebody.
J-Mo has looked good this year, but there were a lot of Packer fans that wanted us to draft him when he was coming out, and
that's why they're talking that much shit right now.
I'm honestly glad that we didn't take him, because of all the troubles that he's had, and that he's not a Packers type of player. I'm not saying he's a shitty player. He just doesn't fit the mentality that we usually have with our guys.
You can say it's not cool, but for the reasons that J-Mo did what he did,
Hey.
and Tyreek Stevens tripping him and trying to hit him on the way down, he's lucky he didn't take his helmet off and whip him into a fucking pulp is what he's lucky. Because I would have.
Yeah, well, he already said he didn't do that because of that whole instance.
He
just was caught up in the moment. Yeah, he said that wasn't the reason why he did that. He just was caught up in the moment.
Schultz, Star Wars Spot. Great combo, guys. I'm digging this.
I mean, as a fan, I don't blame him, because if it was a Chicago player, I'd probably try to punch a football in their face anytime, because I just hate Chicago.
That being said, we are coming up on the end of the hour. It's been a blast talking football with you guys, but I'm not mad at J-Mo for throwing the football in Tyreek Stevenson's face. I'm mad he didn't do more. You're going to take the penalty, make it worth it. There, I said it.
Yeah, he needs to be more disciplined.
It is time to do the ranking of the division. We're going to start at the bottom because you know what?
Fuck the Bears.
Fuck the Bears. Let's say it right. Fuck the Bears.
Fuck the Bears.
4-8 in the division. 0-3 in the 4-8 in the record. 0-3 in the division. They could beat somebody if you paid them to.
And they get paid. So there you go.
Third place in the division. It's FTP. Fuck the Packers. 9-3. 1-2 in the division. Why? They got skull fucked by Minnesota and Lions beat them too. So Minnesota right now is 10-2 in the division. 2-1 or a 10-1 record. 10-2. What is it?
10-2. Yeah,
10-2. 2-1 in the division. That's what it is. And of course, sitting atop, and right now, until they lose it, they're still the Kings of the North. And even if they lose this week, they're still in first place. Fuck yeah.
Man, wouldn't it be awful for you guys to lead the division all throughout the year just to have Green Bay come in at the end and steal it away?
I'm not even worried about it.
That's a dream.
I'm not. I really am not. The fact we're 11-1 for the first time in franchise history, for 3 winning seasons back to back to back in franchise history. It's never been done. We've never had back-to-back 10-plus wins.
We haven't had one.
All
We
the
haven't.
stuff. All the stuff the other team said they'll start respecting the Lions if they do, and none of them are doing it. They keep saying frauds. They keep saying fool's gold. They keep saying same old Lions. Fuck them all. That's where I'm at on that negativity. Because every time someone says, "Oh, it's a trap game," guess what happened? The Lions.
I don't like the only thing I just don't like is the fact that people will post stuff on Facebook or whatever social media about the Lions, like, oh, they've won 10 straight times, and this has been since 1934. Look, damn it. 1934 is when the Lions got into the damn NFL. Can we not use that as an underlying situation? Just say we won 10 games in a row and leave it at that. Why do we gotta bring up 1934? We know we sucked. So
Yeah.
we ain't gonna, don't do that. Don't make it worse.
Oh,
So that's where I'm at. Have a great day, everybody. Try to be a better person than you were the day before, because that's the only way we're going to make the world a better place. Much love to everybody in the chat. And last but not least, let's give homage to my sponsor who pays me to do this show. That's Brandon Service at the corner of South Grand Traverse and West Atherton Road, 602 West Atherton Road. In Flint, where the water's shit, but the tires are good. Stop in and check us out. Used tires starting at $45 and up, depending on size and condition. If you need new tires, please call 810-233-8230. Talk to George, Red, or myself. New tires are delivered within 1 to 2 business days. If you're buying a set of tires, you will get $25 off of the new, $10 off of used. Thank you, Ken. Thank you, B, for being here. And thank you to everybody in the chat. I've seen some new names in there, and I thought it was amazing. It was great to see them all. I'm glad we got to have an unabated, not too homerish, a frickin' show. How about you, Ken?
oh yeah, definitely a nice, good, even keeled show.
Because, you know, like I said, if we lose, we lose. If we win, we win. All I care about is having a good game.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. No injuries.
No
Yeah.
Lions, Buck Pack.